Okay, so we are starting, we are live now. Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about our MiCA regulation, and our focus is Polish crypto regulation. And in modern world, and like this year is a good year to understand how it's going. It's already implemented, so all companies should be compliant with MiCA regulation. And today we are focusing on the Polish market, and I am glad to introduce you, Evgen, our guest. It's corporate legal consulting specialist and MLRO. Evgen, hello.
Yeah, hello, nice to meet you. Nice to have me here, Vadim, and also taking part in this webinar. So yeah, my name is Eugene Pleshakov. I work in the corporate legal consulting sphere for about 10 years, and also about over 5 years in AML, in crypto and fintech. So we're helping people to register, not only registering the companies, but also to comply with the local regulations if it takes to crypto and fintech. Also, we are helping people to implement an AML and compliance programs.
Okay, thank you. So I just want to check, is everybody here and listening to us? People, can you make some reaction or make a plus sign in the chat? It's on the right corner. Yeah, great. So we are live. I want to start with small talk about the current situation of the Polish market and the MiCA regulation. Eugene, can you share what the current status of implementation of this law and regulation?
Yeah, so if we start with MiCA regulation. So first initiatives were in 2023. And finally, the MiCA came into force in December 2024. What is MiCA? So MiCA is a common regulation in the sphere of crypto assets and fintech. So it covers such cryptocurrency activities as stablecoin, utility tokens that are not already regulated, but under existing EU laws. As I told, stable coins in terms of asset reference tokens and also e-money tokens. So also crypto assets providers that are doing the business in exchanges, also custodial wallets, and also the advising services in cryptosphere.
Eugene, you have a question. So I believe you prepared some information, but let's discuss the current situation. I mean, so about two parts of it. So as I understand, to issue and operate on the stablecoin, you also should receive MiCA in general.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Do you know some companies who is going to go to Polish market with stablecoin and receive license, or only exchange and wallets?
As far as I know, for now, there is only one company that has the license according to MiCA. It's a Circle that issues the USDC token. So unfortunately, Tether that issues the USDT token, unfortunately, is banned to work in Europe so far right now. But as far as I know, they have in plans to cover EU markets, and they are willing to have the license in Europe according to MiCA. So as far as I know, only one well-known company that issues stablecoins is Circle so far.
Okay, and so on the Polish market currently, it's most interesting to the exchanges to receive this license. Am I
Mostly,
right?
yes, because in Poland so far, one of the first countries that were crypto friendly was Estonia, but then the crypto regulations in Estonia became very strict, almost like MiCA, because they were starting to prepare for MiCA.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, Poland was some kind of, let's say, a crypto heaven for entrepreneurs and companies, and they accepted all the crypto entrepreneurs and let's say more loyal way gave the crypto licenses, crypto authorizations. So Poland became dreamland for crypto exchanges and crypto entrepreneurs far. But now, unfortunately, with the coming of MiCA, the situation will change because also Poland, within the other EU countries, accepted MiCA, and they implemented their local crypto assets regulatory acts. So as far as I know, from the last rumors or the last insights, that Polish parliament has still in process of accepting their local crypto assets governing law, but not yet issued that. So it's not yet, it didn't come into force right now. So the companies in Poland are like in some kind of a vacuum, waiting for it to be implemented.
So nobody has received yet the MiCA in
from my understanding, my information, not yet. Everyone's coming to us also to get the new company registrations and new licenses, but we are putting our clients on hold. But the main thing is that the licenses, the vast licenses that were issued by Polish authorities in 2024 or in 2023, let's say, till the end of December 2024, they are still valid, and they are still in the transition period. So the exact requirements we will know when the official Polish Crypto Assets Regulatory Act will come into force. Hopefully, that will happen in the second quarter of 2024.
But as we know, in Poland, we have 6 months of transition period at this moment. And
yeah, according to the ESMA information, the let's say United Banking Authority of the European Union, there is a list of countries that prolongated or not prolongated the transition period, and Poland so far has the transition period for 6 months from the December 2024. So it means that all the companies should apply to MiCA regulations and transforming from VASPs to CASPs till the June 1st of 2025. But also, getting back to what I said about the local crypto assets law in Poland, that is under view still of the Polish Parliament, and that should come probably in second quarter of 2024. We hope that this transition period will be prolongated at least for another 6 months. So if we take the time from December 2024, hopefully companies will have additional time till December of 2025, and probably as maximum June 2026. So we're, let's say, staying in touch, keeping an eye on the regulator and the initiatives. And as soon as we know or we get all the information, latest information, we will, of course, also say to you and to our clients as well.
Okay, Eugene, before you start like presenting your information to the people, I just want to mention that if anybody has questions during the presentation, you can type it in the chat, and later on Q&A session we will answer all of them. And the second, we also will be sharing in the chat contact information of me and Eugene to contact us directly and ask questions, and maybe book a call and personal consultation. Thank you. Eugene, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Vadim. Thank you. So, as I told before, as I mentioned before, MiCA is the regulatory framework for the crypto assets all across Europe that was initiated in 2023 and came into force in December 30, 2024. So also mentioned before that MiCA covers such crypto activities as crypto exchanges, ICOs, so coin offering, initial coin offering, also custodian wallets, and all types of advisory services in the crypto area. So, so the key requirements to transform from virtual assets provider, as it was recently, to crypto assets provider, according to MiCA. So all the crypto assets provider must obtain a license from a national competent authority before operating in EU. So it means that if you registered the company in Poland and you are planning to work with crypto, so you should obtain the license in Poland. So MiCA also raised the share capital requirements from 50,000 to 125,000 euros or 150,000 euros for the exchange and trading platforms. So it means that if in the past everyone could obtain the license without any share capital requirements, so that will be a huge barrier for professional actors right now so non-professional actors will go away from the market, and only the professional companies and specialized companies will have the opportunity to obtain the license, and if they have enough budgets to cover their share capital requirements. So third is consumer protection transparency. So all the crypto assets provider, according to MiCA, must provide clear disclosure on risks, fees, and terms of service. Also strong safeguard for client assets, ensuring proper segregation of funds. So it means that in the past, if the companies were, let's say, gaining all the assets on one account, clients' assets, also their own assets. So now, according to MiCA, you have to separate two accounts. So one account should be for client assets only, and the other account should be for the company's needs or everyday maintenance costs and etc. So fourth, let's move to fourth. It's market integrity and ML compliance. Of course, in recent times, in past, ML compliance programs were quite slightly created and quite light and void requirements. So now you should have the compliance officer in place, ML officer in place, It means that according to MiCA, that should be in most probably the resident of the country or the jurisdiction where the company is registered and where the license is obtained. Let's move on to the fifth point, is stablecoin service requirements. As I mentioned before, MiCA also touches the stablecoin sphere. So stablecoins from now on must fully comply with additional reserves, governance, and liquidity rules, according to MiCA. Last but not the least is a travel rule implementation, also very important for the companies. So it means that all the crypto accounts and all the let's say wallets of physical entities of the companies should not be anonymous anymore. So from now on, every company who deals with crypto, who provides the crypto services, should know where the assets come from and where they're going from. So the names is a must right now, from now on. And of course, cybersecurity and operational silence. This means also the direct compliance software. I'm sure Vadim can tell about it more later on. So all the companies should have their compliance software, and the software should be secured, also protecting the GDPR rules, of course, of the client personal data of the client, and also all the information regarding the transactions and all the data related to customers. And the eighth point, the reporting and supervision became more complicated, more strict, and companies that will obtain the crypto license according to MiCA must have the strict timelines and the strict criteria to report about the let's say suspicious transactions or transactions above of some assets that is being transferred to the local authority that regulates the crypto and AML. So the current situation in Poland regards with MiCA, that was, let's say, in the past. I mentioned before that there were registered more than 1,400 VASPs in Poland, as Poland became crypto-friendly this time of the period. And the share capital requirements were very low. So as for average Polish company, so it's 5,000 zlotych, or equal to 1,100 euros. So the timelines for obtaining the license took about from 8 to 14 days. There were no needed local presence in the country. There was not required the local director, was not a mandatory, no compliance officer, no physical office. So it means that there were very minimal also reporting requirements. But when MiCA finally came in December 30, 2024, so the situation started to change. And as I told before, that the current situation with the timelines and with the adoption period in Poland, so Poland took 6 months so far right now. But as I told before, that the local regulatory act now in Poland is under review of the parliament. So hopefully, when it comes into force, that the companies that registered in in Poland, crypto assets companies, they will get more time to comply to MiCA, to MiCA. So the challenges for the Polish VASPs to comply with MiCA right now, the enforcement of MiCA in Poland is a subject of passing of the Polish draft text, as I told before. And how will it work with the Polish draft act? So there are 3 steps ahead that will define the remainder of the transition period. So, of course, the law has to pass the parliament, and there are uncertain time right now, so we don't know the exact times. After the enforcement of the law, so after the law will come into force, it should pass the 14 days after passing. The transition period ends at least 4 months after enforcement, so it's 6 months maximum. So in short, at least 4.5 months from the moment the law is voted on, and the law has yet to be voted on. Yeah. So we expect that the Polish Draft Act that is related to crypto regulations will come into force probably in second quarter of 2025. That will give more time for the Polish VASPs to adopt and to comply with MiCA regulations, and probably to have 1 more year to transform into CASPs. So the Polish VASPs, after MiCA comes into force in Poland, will face following requirements and criteria. So all the future CASPs should have a physical presence in Poland, because the regulator of the Poland should control and have the close contact with Polish entities, with contact persons, and with the compliance persons that are in the head of anti-money laundering in Polish companies. So the share capitals will rise from 50,000 euros to 150,000 euros. Of course, that will probably also include audits, internal audits and external audits, more strict reporting requirements, of course, as I mentioned before, travel rule implementation. So we need, or the regulator will need to know from where assets are coming and where are they coming, so the final point. And of course, the compliance software, also very, very important. And as all you know, the software should be compliant not also with MiCA, but also with DORA. So in this case, I am sure that Vadim can tell more about it as from the technical side. So I'm giving the stage to you, Vadim. And,
yeah, Eugene, thank you. We have covered several questions, but I want to start with my own. As I understand, the CASP registration currently on the hold in general. So from the December, no new application approve it or even apply it, or how it's?
As far as I know, no. The companies or the entrepreneurs are able to register companies, but there is a gap of time right now to apply for the crypto license according to MiCA. Mm-hmm. So as we heard from our clients, they're waiting for quite a long time, and for now the finalized checklist of the requirements of the documents and all other requirements is quite uncertain.
So at this moment, what's the way to start new business with crypto in the Poland right now? To acquire existing WASP or what's?
If you have the existing license, then as I mentioned before, you can still continue working. But for now, we are preparing the legal opinions for our clients in order to, so based on MiCA and based on the experience of other countries, which and what kind of documents and what kind of requirements the paperwork should have in the VASP companies to transform into the CASP. So currently, we are starting to prepare the VASP companies to be compliant with MiCA, but the list of the documents began to be much more wider, let's say, and bigger.
Because from my experience, for example, we have a client, it's Kyrex, exchange from the Malta, and they were pre-approved for the MiCA in general, like they received this, and still waiting for the final approval. But first two MiCA licenses issued from Malta regulation was to two big companies like OKX and Bitpanda. So I believe the queue will be long in Poland in general to receive CASP, and the approval process it somehow will be sorted by regulator, maybe by volumes, maybe for other criteria, but in general it will not be like 14 days for approval. It will be
no. It will be much more because of the high volume or high traffic of Polish VASPs and Polish crypto companies. To continue,
do you expect to shrinking of this size to the smaller, like it will be, or you expect to have like thousands of CASPs in Poland?
Frankly speaking, we have some clients that decided to go from EU market because of uncertainty of the regulatory situation right now, and because of that a lot of clients work with USDT stablecoin. But still a big number of clients existing clients located in EU that are willing to proceed with crypto license obtainment in Poland according to MiCA. And also for non-EU clients, European market is quite big and promising. So a lot of clients also coming to us to obtain the license in EU and especially in Poland, because they know that the process was quite light, and we hope that the regulators of Poland will have not so strict requirements as other EU jurisdictions, but will still comply with MiCA. So we hope that Poland will keep this vector to be the most crypto-friendly country in all EU.
Okay. We have several questions in the chat. So Timur Borisevich is asking about the share capital. Will it be freezed like in Lithuania, or it will be just a minimum amount allocated to the?
As far as I know, that still the final checklist and the capital requirements should come into force with the draft act of Polish Parliament. So we don't know yet, but from the experience, according to the experience in Estonia, also in Lithuania, probably that will happen.
Mm-hmm.
As warranties for the clients and also as guarantees for, let's say, the regulator.
So it will be, and as I understand it, will be can be not fixed amount. It can increase during the volumes of the exchange, and some percentages of it should be freezed on the bank account as a. And also, I heard that one of the requirements in insurance of the clients.
Exactly. It's true that also probably there will be an insurance deposit. Mm-hmm. So that will be also free.
Okay.
So the crypto license that it was in old times, let's say. Mm-hmm. So it's not anymore that easy to get because now MiCA equals crypto license more to financial license.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from my point of view, maybe not so professional, or it's not legal opinion, but centralized exchange becomes banks, and banks becomes centralized exchange. Many banks.
Exactly. We are facing this kind of tendency, let's say like this. And also a lot of companies, by the way, in US, crypto companies that are obtaining bank licenses or applied for the bank licenses. So yeah, most probably we will see this, not a hype, but let's say a wave of hybrid licenses, crypto and banking.
And we have another question from Alexander Saluk, that are there any crypto-friendly banks in Poland? What is the situation with MiCA and a bank becoming crypto-friendly or just accepting opening bank account for the crypto companies?
It's quite an interesting question and very, let's say, tough, challenging for the crypto companies. As far as I know, traditional banks don't like to work with crypto companies because it's quite a high risk activity for them, and they don't really have enough in-house team that is aware of crypto and how everything works in order to see all the transactions and how everything's going. So you can open bank account for the company, for the Polish VASP, but it will be most probably the average account for company maintenance. So for everyday costs, let's say rent, paying the salaries of employers, or paying the cost of third-party providers. So traditional banks are not so crypto-friendly. So electronic money institutions, yes, but mostly outside Poland.
Okay. Got you. And the last question from my side, can you summarize how you can help existing or new crypto companies? What service you can provide for them?
We can provide the following. So we can help adopt your current VASPs to the future CASPs according to MiCA. So first of all, we will need to do the audit the paperwork audit according to your crypto activity. For the newbies that only planning to enter the Polish crypto field, we have also an existing companies that we registered for ourselves, current VESPs that are active. So we can help with owning these companies and transferring also to the CASPs when we have the exact requirements, probably in a month.
Okay, great. And also, do you provide MLRO services, so can help to hire the proper one?
Yes, we do provide MLRO services, so we can prepare the compliance program and the ML KYC documents according to MiCA and risk assessment, of course. And we also can help you to find the local employee for the MLRO.
Great. So, yeah, thank you for your part. Let me tell a little bit about what Simplify Labs is doing. We are a software development company, and we are providing MiCA-ready software for centralized exchanges and OTC desks. So we have several clients and in Euro Union who is currently receiving MiCA. For example, as I mentioned, Kyrex is one of them, and they were like pre-approved for that, but still waiting. And in this small presentation, it will not take too long. I want to focus on MiCA requirements and how our software is in compliance with this. So first of all, I want to mention that requirements for onboarding and KYC and KYB procedures changed. Of course, it depends on your policies created and inside with MLRO, but we have our software has integration with some sub and on FIDA. Depends on your preference. It will be implemented on your side. The second is, of course, personal thresholds management. But depends on the information provided on the first step, on the registration step, and depends on your internal thresholds policies. So each customer will receive, for example, is it low risk customer? Is it for example, high risk with high volumes, or PEP customer? Based on these rules, each customer will receive a personal threshold, and it will be tracked automatically. And in case some volume exceed these thresholds, it will be alerted and put on hold, and MLRO will ask additional questions regarding this deposit, for example, or some behavior of the customer. Another big important thing is travel rule and transaction monitoring system. So for each deposit, and we implemented a flow of, for example, first it's when customer can provide information about the address and owner of the address who was sending this deposit, and also it can be implemented automatical flow when exchange with, for example, some sub as a provider or other providers to automate this flow, and it helps, for example. And of course, if customer make a deposit and provide all information, it's this address automatically added to the whitelist of well-defined addresses known, and next deposit will be no questions for. But before providing this information, it's impossible to use these funds. And of course, the last but not the least, it's KYTA and AML integration. We have a chain analysis integration, and for each deposit, for each crypto transfer, we check on IML, and in case some issue occurred, this funds will never be deposited to the hot wallets. And of course, under the hood, it's a lot more how the in general implementing those software, how it's stored on the servers, how you control private keys and access to it. And we have created a separate document, MiCA checklist, with additional questions, so you can check your current infrastructure and the current company regarding the compliance with MiCA. And you can receive this MiCA checklist by booking a call with me over the Calendly link in the chat. And also we can share more information regarding the technical implementation of the software and the DORA compliance. I was fast. Thank you. I believe we have answered more questions regarding the regulation, but if you have some additional questions.
Yeah, Vadim wanted to mention, also within all the requirements that I mentioned before, wanted to say that the company, of course, has to have the KYC service provider and, of course, the KYT service provider. So it's the KYC helps to check your clients if it had some criminal cases or not, if the passport is fake or not, and if the identity itself is fake or real. And a good thing also that you have implemented the travel rule and the KYT, so it helps a lot. Also, the companies should have it as a mandatory as well to pass the MiCA compliance. So yeah, your product looks fantastic. And
thank you very much. And I just want to add that currently we are in the beginning of MiCA implementation, and a lot of uncertainty around the even travel rules, because crypto transfers, for example, is different than a bank transfer. Exactly. But I believe approach implemented in DORA at this current moment is just taken from the bank approach itself about the software, how it's working in the bank. When you want to send SWIFT or SEPA payment, you should know the numbers, details of the receiver, and during this process, everybody knows the recipient and the sender. But in crypto, you can create wallet fully anonymously and send the payment to some customer on the centralized exchange. And I believe it will be some sort of scams around this in the future, when some people will be blocking another people by DDoSing them with a small amount of money and sending from different addresses. And the MLRO will be asking question, who sent it to you? And you will be answer, I don't know. And this is not good answer. And even with this approach, they can put on hold your account in general, as I understand this whole idea for future investigation. So the implementation of the proper DORA implementation in the future will definitely require new approaches to the software, automatization, and we are constantly working on this process, and we are as we receive some new requirements, we implement them on the way. So this is the part. Okay, one question from Diane. What is the average cost and average cost of preparing to existing WASP to MiCA compliant? I believe this is personal information, so impossible. But
it's not personal information, but it depends on different factors. Also, what kind of crypto assets activity you have. It also depends on what is the current situation with the paperwork you have. Do you have any KYC providers? Do you have any KYT providers? Do you have what kind of software you have? So it depends. So probably for more information, you can always contact Vadim or me. The credits or the contacts are here, added in the chat. So you can always write to us, and we will try to help you.
Yeah, Eugene, thank you for your time. Everybody, thank you for your time, for listening to us. And I wish you a good Friday tomorrow. And see you next webinar. Bye, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Vadim. Thank you for joining. Thank you for inviting.